Hello Udemy, I am Shazad Ahmed from Checksy.com and welcome in lecture number 14. Today we are going to learn the switch conditions using PHP. Okay, so in the last lecture you learned how can you use your if and else, or how can you perform or check multiple conditions using if else. You can also check the conditions in your using switch conditions or using switch statement. So leave. Okay, so now leave this else if or if else. Okay, now I'm saying I have 10 values. For suppose in this time I have 4 values. So switch statement. So this is your switch statement. I'm saying email, or I'm saying this is my X. Okay, so I'm saying X, and now your curly braces starts here, and now I'm saying case 1. So what is the case 1? I'm saying 0 is the case 1, and I'm saying if the X has 0 value, then I'm saying 0 value, and we have to break the statement. Then what is the second case? I'm saying the second case is 1. When X has the 1 value, then I'm saying 1 value. Okay, we have to break our this statement also. And what is the third case? So in this time I'm saying third case is when the X has 3 value, I'm saying third value. Okay, we have to break the conditions, and now I'm saying when X has 4 value, then I'm saying this is fourth value. I have to break this here. Okay, so now go to your page, refresh the page. You can see you have fourth value because your switch statement checking that what is the value of X. For suppose now the current value of X is 4. That means it's directly jumping, or it's directly execute this case. So because it's not checking like this, when you are talking about if statements, your script, for suppose your if statement here, then you have Elseif statement, and then you have another Elseif statement, then you have else. So how it works? Because your code always executed from the top to bottom, from left to right. So if you are using your if statement like this, that means you are checking this, also this, and this. But when you are using the switch conditions or the switch statement, that means you are not going to check this. You are jumping, or because these are the cases. So since you have X variables, so if you can change the X value, you can see you are saying this is 1 value. So whenever it receive the 1, it will always execute this statement. Okay, because it's not going to check this, and this. Okay, so what happens if you have 10 value inside your X? You can see nothing happens, because if you are using if else, so you can say you have one conditions. If this is true, then your else is not executed, or if this is false, your else is also always executed. So in this way, when this statement return false, then here is default value, default, and you are saying this is default, this is default value. Make sure you have to use the break statement also. So you can see if this statement returns false, that means your switch execute this statement without checking these 4 statements. Okay, so in this way you can use switch statements. It's totally depend upon you, either you are using the condition if statement or using the switch statement. Okay, switch statement is fast as compared to if else statement. Why? Because if else statement checks step by step each and every element. For suppose you have one if and 10 else if and one else, so that means you have 12 conditions. So your PHP script or your browser checks each and every statement from if to else if, else if, else if, and finally else. But when you are using switch statement, it's jump, or it can always check the cases. For suppose you have one, then it will execute this without checking these and these values. So I think this is enough for today's. In the next lecture we are going to start new concepts related with functions and other topics. So thank you for